Yeah.
Hello, UCR. What's your favorite scary movie?
Howdy, folks, and welcome to Uncensored Horror for a little bit of a catch-up. As you can see, we do not have our bodacious Brooke with us today. We do, however, have a very special guest by the name of Mr. Ryan Coughlin joining us from his darkened room, ready to talk all things. We thought we'd do a little... After the success, you guys really liked the Black Phone for some reason. A lot of people watched the review of the Black Phone.
Because the Black Phone was fucking awesome.
I haven't seen it yet.
It was so good.
Well, Coughlin, you can go to our YouTube channel and check out our Black Phone.
So good. It was so good. Just a quick recap. The Black Phone was spectacular. Ethan Hawke and his dad bod-turned me on way more than it really should have, especially because he was a child predator in that movie.
Yeah.
Anyways, go see the Black Phone if you haven't seen it yet.
To get abducted.
He only likes boys. He only likes boys, Katie. Only likes boys.
Well, as we all know, Katie falls for men who love men. So, anyways, go see the Black Phone if you haven't. Go see the Black Phone if you haven't seen the Black Phone yet. It's so good, so good. And
so yes, with that in mind, we thought we would maybe do a little catch up because it's been a hot minute since we have done it, and talk about stuff that is upcoming. Man, I'm just going to keep it loose and limber and just have a bit of a chat about what is on the horizon for horror movies in general. I'm going to take the lead with some of the bigger releases that are coming, and we can discuss them because they're well known.
You're such a size
queen. The biggest one. Hey,
I've got the biggest.
I'm going hunting for the biggest ones in the US. The ones that don't have monkeypox. The ones that don't have monkeypox. Delish.
Because you're going to probably be over here for some of them.
I will be. The one we're going to talk about first of all is probably the biggest one for the rest of this year. And Katie's not thrilled about it, but we're going to see it together. We're going to do a catch up.
Is it Halloween Ends?
It is Halloween Ends. Now, the trailer has dropped.
Are you coming with us, Coughlin?
I am. Yeah, I heard about Jeff told me about this a while ago.
Yeah.
There we go. You can be on the panel for our discussion afterwards.
An excuse to go to the movies.
I mean, we may or may not be trying to put together something fun for the Uncensored radio gang and their fans. Stay tuned for more details.
Key parties, guys.
Yeah. To find the biggest ones.
Biggest oversized nipples.
It's the hunk search for the hunt, we'll call it. That'd be good.
Anyways, yeah, I'm not super excited
nothing wrong
about
with
it.
your nips, Coughlin. They're fine.
Evil dies tonight with Ryan Coughlin's nipples.
So, Katie, you're not thrilled about the prospect of Halloween Ends?
I thought Halloween ended 20 years ago.
Did you like when Judy Greer got?
Wait, can I ask you? Is there anything that would redeem these new movies for you?
All right, this is gonna get me a lot of hate. It's gonna get me a lot of hate, you guys. You ready? You're gonna have to kill Laurie Strode. You're gonna have to kill her.
Obviously.
You're gonna have to kill her. She's gonna have to be
die
dead.
Of old age anyway.
I don't think that's controversial. That's
I don't think that. Yeah.
I mean,
well, they
no,
did it
I mean, like,
but they didn't really kill her. See, this is
no. I mean, like, she's got to be dead, and that's it.
Dead.
And I don't mean, and I don't mean she's got to get a hero's ending. I mean, like, she's got to be dead. I don't want her dying and taking Michael with her. I want Michael to kill her and Michael move on. Sorry.
It's hard because
well, I don't think he actually cares about her in this new timeline.
This is a conversation I actually had with Jeffrey off camera the other night about Halloween. With them taking the brother-sister relationship out of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's her. It's really her that's driving all of this murder. Do you know what I mean?
And any
If
of their
she stayed- if she
interactions are all
stayed out of it-
facilitated by her.
If she stayed out of it, she wouldn't be in the way. These people didn't have to die if it wasn't for Laurie. So it kind of puts her in a very awkward position.
The way they did the last movie, it had a lot of potential. Like they kind of like played her PTSD in there, but they kind of glossed over it. Then they fucking killed her daughter, and Judy Greer was like the only good part of the fucking movie.
Kills was
I
great.
thought
Kills was a
I
great
thought that
movie.
was
Well, that
I
was
thought
a
that was
shocking
a
scene.
ballsy-
I actually
but I
felt a
thought it
little
was
bit like,
ballsy.
oh, Judy, no,
Yeah.
not me, Judes.
I mean,
I was like, wow, they really went there. I didn't think they would do that.
justice for Judy
I did.
Greer,
I did.
okay? Justice for Judy Greer. They do her dirty in every single movie she's in, okay? Justice for Judy
Jawbreaker.
Greer.
Look,
I thought
she
Kills
got
was
paid.
phenomenal.
She's all right.
Don't you
I
dare
think
talk shit about
that
Judy
Kills
Greer.
would have been better if they didn't try to shoehorn. I think there was a little bit too much going on. I feel like the whole hospital thing was a bit overwrought. I'm like, okay, we get it.
So you have to keep it in context though, because you got to remember that movie, which I cheated because I had the actual script for it like 6 months before the original release date from a buddy of mine in Hollywood still. But at that point in time, we got that movie a year late. So that whole like uprising and the whole mob mentality, if we got that when it was supposed to come out, I think it would have hit a lot better. So that definitely did hurt them a little bit. A year later, you were kind of like, what is this? Like, it seemed random to you. But if you really think about the world and where we were at with COVID and all the other shit happening, it definitely made sense.
I don't necessarily think it was
Right.
random. I just think it could have been done a little better.
I think it
Because
was just too
they
much
forced
at
it.
once.
They forced it too quickly at the end of Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well-
and this is a conversation I had with Jeff as well. The best part of the first movie was when he was back on the streets of Haddonfield stalking people and doing that kind of thing. That's what it should have been more of. And then we've kind of gone from these murders and everyone's instantly like fucking outraged. But I guess that would happen. But
Yeah, think about
I
it.
don't
Felt
know.
a little bit
Yeah.
like Halloween 4 did that too. They had the uprising with all the,
Yeah,
the locals wanted to
Well,
kill
exactly.
Michael.
Well,
It's
just
not
think
something we
about
haven't
this.
seen before.
Like you've got the PTSD storyline. You've got the uprising storyline. You've got this reunion storyline. Pick a storyline.
It all
Run with
ties in though. Like say
It
this
doesn't,
happened.
though.
Say this happened in a real small town, and this is why I appreciate even what they're doing now, is because if this was a real thing that happened and you're surviving, you're traumatized, you're talking about it every year, all this shit happens in the first movie that they did. It's a direct continuation of the same night. So you got Michael Myers just trying to make his way back to his house, but doing what he does best. He's just killing all the way there. That was the point. And then with the other storylines, I mean, what else would really happen?
Hey,
If
Coughlin.
I don't think
a true
Coughlin.
thing. You know?
Evil dies tonight.
That was a little overkill.
If I have to hear Evil Dies Tonight.
Right. That was definitely overkill, and they did it too much. But
Evil dies
in that
tonight.
sense, like, yo, this is our town. Fuck this. Let's take it back. That's not really like not realistic to me.
Yeah, exactly. But
And
I feel like
you get that group think happening too with
The mob
too.
mentality.
and they mightn't be the most
Luke.
brightest people.
Luke. Luke.
Yes.
Evil dies tonight.
Tonight.
I just think it could have happened. I don't know. It just seemed to happen very quickly. But can you stop doing that? Thanks. What I was gonna say is I don't need the comedy. The Big John, Little John like moment. Like, at least play it seriously. There's no like tongue in cheek in the rest of the movie. We don't need this comedy segue like Halloween 5 fucking moment. Like, they're living in the dude's house. Make it actually scary. Like, I don't know.
I like
was
Kyle
like,
Richards though.
Oh, Kyle is MVP.
Wonderful.
Of the movie.
Oh, Lindsay? Yeah.
Yeah.
She was great.
And I'm
I was
excited that
annoyed
she's
though
back.
that they brought
excited
Marion
she's
back
back.
for that shitty fucking pointless death.
I just hate.
Why not? This is what I mean. Like, why not just leave it ambiguous and that she actually died in H2O? But like, is it really a sequel? Is it whatever? To bring her back like she had such a good send off in H2O.
Oh, the nurse. The nurse.
Yeah.
Marion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that
I mean,
that
That whole
opening
thing
scene
pissed me
was
off.
great.
to begin
And
with.
then in this new movie, she's just like snuffed like by like extra.
See what
by.
what they should have done when they get attacked at that car. Those characters should have split up and spread out through the town, making the hysteria like he's everywhere, he could be anywhere, like what happened with Ben Tramer in the when he got hit by the car in Halloween 2. Yeah, like give me the sense that that fear is spreading organically and not just happening at the hospital. Like I like in movies like Halloween 2, Halloween 4, to a certain extent Halloween 5, when you do see it spread to Haddonfield and what it does to the people of the town. It just needed to be a little bit more organic. Like it felt like we're at the hospital and then like, oh, we're upset now. Oh, now we're really upset and it's over.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They did
done
fight with edits and stuff because they sat on it for a year, so they tweaked a bunch of stuff from the original cut too. But
Kyle is back, so that's good. Kyle Richards has.
I just don't like how they X'd everything. I hate when they ignore the past sequels because they never tied up the loose ends in the old storyline. So immediately I was skeptical.
Would it have been so bad if Judy Greer was Molly?
Huh?
Would it have been so bad?
Luke and I have had this conversation that Judy Greer shouldn't have been her daughter. She should have been Molly. So she should have been Michelle Williams' character.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like her son,
and it would have
John's daughter.
And John, and it would have all tied in so much better. And they didn't even have to acknowledge H2O too much.
And
just
this isn't even spoilers. It's not even spoilers at this point because there's a pretty big fan theory out there because Jamie Lee was saying how the ending's going to piss a lot of people off. So there's a fan theory that every movie that we've seen is just like in Michael Myers' mind, he's been locked up the whole time. So like H2O, Halloween 4 and 5, these were all like fantasies in his head until.
I'm just gonna say it. Stop remaking Halloween.
Stop
it.
Yeah. Just make something new.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or tie up everything and move on.
Or just stop remaking Halloween.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Or how about that?
And I've said this before. Get someone who is actually a fan of the series.
Yes, invested in all the movies.
It is possible.
Fans. They're fans.
No, they are. They are.
They're not.
They are. You
because
can tell
they
they're fans.
No, they're not fans because what they do is try and do brand new things and take other people's ideas, direct scenes, direct things, and put them in their movies as homages.
They were nods.
It's not an homage.
They were nods. They were nods to the old movies because they were fans.
Bullshit.
And where they got pissed, they were like, you know what? It's been so convoluted for 10 years. Let's just go direct sequel.
If you're a real fan, fix it. It doesn't take that much effort.
I agree.
If they can do it with Chucky, if Child's Play can be tied into one universe,
and they could bring it all together in a series that was actually really
very true. Very true.
Possible.
I'm just saying, let's just stop remaking Halloween. It's been done.
How passionate we all got about Halloween.
It's just been done.
Tune in for our Halloween Ends review. I'm sure it's going to be a hot.
We're going to do it as a live panel. Can we just tell the audience now? We're going to do it as a live. Like we're going to all be together in the same room
while we're over there. So Ryan, you are more than welcome to join us for your 2 cents.
I'm coming.
Throw it in.
I'm thinking we go home after we
sit on my lap
and all sit down and talk about it.
We can't because we're going first day. You can sit on my lap.
Oh baby! Now we're talking. Hey,
it's going to be that kind of party.
Katie's got dibs.
No, it's all right. But there's other remakes that we can talk about.
There's lots of stuff. So, Katie, do you want to take us to somewhere else?
I would freaking love to take us somewhere besides Halloween.
Go.
If we're gonna go, if you're throwing me off here, if we're gonna be talking about remakes, Salem's Lot remake is coming out. Let's go there.
How do you feel about that?
I'm actually kind of excied about it. Like, let's be honest.
So this is remake number 2, right?
No.
No,
1.
No.
It's
Rob,
the first.
Rob, what's his name? Did one in the early 2000s?
I mean, if
a TV movie.
Salem's Lot wasn't made for TV movie. There's only been one.
No, hold up. Continue talking.
Do you want to count the made for TV movies as remakes, though? Come on.
The original one wasn't.
Count that made for TV fucking Shining? I don't.
All I know is that
Stephen King liked the made for TV Shining better.
Excuse me. Yes, there was.
I like
Salem's Lot in 2004, starring Rob Lowe.
Was there really?
Oh,
it was-
yes, you're right. You're right. And it, dude,
Yeah,
that
Rutger Hauer.
had a prime time
I
like
never
nomination.
saw that.
It was Emmy
Amanda
nominated.
Mathis. Yeah.
Never saw
So
it.
there was. It was
I haven't
partially
either.
shot in Australia. That's why I knew.
Never
Right.
'Cause I
saw
know
it.
people
But
that
this
work-
Nobody
one's
knew it, but it was Emmy nominated.
shut up. That's
So
amazing.
there you go.
Okay, well
So
this
who's
one's
in the,
got
who's in the new Salem's Lot?
Elf. I'm gonna butcher her name, but she's in a lot of shit. Elfrey Woodard. Is that how you say her name?
She's great. Yes,
She's
Alfred Woodard. Yep.
fantastic.
She's
Spencer
great.
Treat Clark, who is also in a lot of things.
Yeah.
What?
Ignore Luke. Keep going.
I didn't even hear him. What he said.
No, putting up crawls that are due to distract.
Oh,
this is just what he does.
This is what he does.
man.
On the computer. Let me go, okay? Just let me go.
So I'm
Well,
kind
you've
of
got to edit these, so go for it.
Lewis Pullum. Who else? I don't know any of these other people besides Alfred
Okay,
Woodard
so
and
Salem's
Spencer
Lot,
Treat Clark.
basically.
Yeah, and Salem's Lot freaked me out when I
I
was
never
growing
saw
up.
it, but I
Oh,
was
God,
scared as a
really? The
kid
original?
of the case.
It was
video case.
scary.
Ugh,
Really?
no. I laughed the whole time. Like the first time I watched Friday the 13th, we were making fun of the budget rather than the vampire.
Vampire in the fucking window didn't freak you out? Okay, whatever.
Oh, yeah, but like you had two
So-
moments that were creepy, and I was
Yes.
probably 13 when I watched it, and I was like, "All right, this is fucking corny."
All right. Well,
so this
I'm
has
excited
probably been
about this
coming
one.
for a while, right? Because this is the arse end of that Spielberg craze that we got. Oh, not Spielberg. Sorry, Stephen King.
Stephen King.
This
yeah.
one's not coming until
After it.
2023, but
Yeah, next year.
it's still
Yeah.
very noteworthy and
I'm
exciting.
looking forward to it because I
Yeah.
didn't like the original, so I'm on board with you.
So can I get everyone's opinion then of the recently announced Welcome to Derry TV series that's going to be set a prequel before it? So we're going to see.
I know
We're
the
gonna
same
see a
people
little
are
bit more.
involved, so it's promising, but I don't
It
like
is,
the
yeah.
idea.
Who's in it?
I don't like the idea.
Well, they don't have a cast yet because it's the stories before what happened. In
There
it,
was
so
no
it's a
stories
prequel to-
before, though.
Oh,
If you read the
Hopefully
book,
it's
there's
a
a
good
lot of
job.
stories before.
Well, that's not where they're going with it. They're doing like a
So we'll
true
see.
prequel thing. But the same
and-
people
but
involved
it's-
in the movie are
yeah,
involved in
yeah,
this, so it could
the
be good.
yeah, the Muschettis are doing it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I have faith.
I
I
like
have faith that they'll do
I like
creepy
them.
things with him.
Right.
They did a good job. As much as I hate it,
What?
We haven't talked about it either, so that might be worth one.
I
putting in there.
okay. Well, I hate it
Loved
for a
it.
multitude of reasons.
I loved
Did
it.
you like the Tim?
Did you like the Tim Curry one?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right. All right. So you're all right. You're good.
We don't have to totally burn.
I thought you meant in general, like you.
No,
hate it.
I mean
Yeah.
like, okay, so I hate it because I hate clowns.
Yeah, same.
And Tim Curry is the reason I hate clowns because
Same.
I was so
it's
scared of
because
him.
my cousin turned it on when I was very little, and Tim Curry is scary as hell, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I hate the new It's because I think Bill Skarsgård is just not scary. Okay, but the movies were well done. The movies they're well done. He's not scary.
No, I get where she's coming from.
His voice his voice
He's
isn't
not
scary.
Tim Curry creepy.
He's not Tim Curry's. He has a lot of charisma. He does. He has a
Yeah,
lot of
he's
charisma.
got
He did his thing with it.
He did a good job with
He
it.
did his
He's
thing.
not scary.
When
He's
my
just not
sister was born,
scary.
someone got her it was like a hot air balloon with a fucking ceramic clown in it, and the fucker looked exactly like Tim Curry's it, didn't he?
He's just not scary.
It had to be removed. I got rid of it.
Yeah, Tim Curry fucking really killed that.
And you know, you had a lot to live up to when you're like stepping into a role that Tim Curry did. Okay, like that's a lot to live up to, and he did a good job. He did a very, very good job. He just
amazing.
not,
job.
yeah, he's just not Tim Curry, and he's not scary. But they did a good job. Sorry. Okay, he wasn't scary. His voice wasn't scary. I'm sorry.
I don't think it was meant to be. I don't know if it was meant to be scary.
I think
it was meant to be off-putting and
Yeah.
disturbing more than Tim Curry.
It wasn't off-putting. It was just kind of like
In the
Really?
sense of
When he was
a child trusting him, though, he
Yeah.
did kill that. That's why it was supposed to be non-threatening.
I
So-
don't know. I just kind of
Underneath
meant that like
that the bleachers.
I don't know. I just kind of
Oh,
meant
that's
that like
cool. Yeah.
It just didn't do. It just didn't do it for me. Like, it was,
No, I get it. I
Katie,
totally get it. You have
Katie, we've
very
probably
valid
been through
points.
too much trauma for that to really resonate with us, right?
I think Tim Curry just traumatized me too much for it to fuck me
Same.
up anymore.
Same.
All right,
Like,
Katie, give us something else that's coming up.
Interview with a Vampire.
The
No.
How
TV
about another
series.
remake?
No.
The TV
Yes.
it looks
That's my initial
brilliant.
thought. I was like,
It looks
Why?
brilliant.
So
It's a series.
perfect the
Well,
way it
everyone,
is.
it's a
Leave it.
series. It's a series.
No, so it is a TV series on AMC. So they don't do small budgeted stuff. I think that they've bought Anne Rice's back catalogue. So there's also the Witches of what's it called? What's that? Witches? That she's got another novel series.
Okay.
That's gone into production as well. They are lining this up as a replacement for The Walking
Listen.
Dead.
Well,
I
who's
reckon.
going to play
Lestat's looking
Claudia?
sexy
Because
as
Kirsten
hell.
Dunst is a bit old.
it's gonna be shitty again, just like the first movie.
Sam Reed as Lestat.
They
Looking
are,
good.
yeah. You guys need to watch the trailer. If you haven't watched the trailer before you make up your
Yeah, I
mind,
will.
because I was
I haven't
very
seen-
impressed.
And
Oh.
Jacob Anderson as Louis.
It's got to be better than the movie.
Let's get a little steamy.
So yeah, these two shows will eventually cross over because the books do as well. So I think, as I said, they're setting this up to replace The Walking Dead as their flagship, scariness.
It's gonna be good.
The Walking Dead is limping into death. It's like bye.
Yes. Clam is quite warm. Sorry.
But, yeah, I'm looking forward
be
to
honest.
seeing that one. I think that's going to be a good one. Now, we've already talked Halloween. It seems that they have gotten their hot little hands on another very famous property. How do we feel about the new Exorcist movies?
Listen,
No.
I love The Exorcist.
Nope.
So if they fuck this up, I'm gonna
This
bitch
is how
about
I
it.
felt when Rob Zombie got announced to remake Halloween. I feel the exact same way. The pit of my stomach is just in shambles.
If they fuck this up, I'm gonna bitch about it for
They're gonna.
ages.
They're gonna. You
I'm
don't
gonna bitch about
fucking
it forever.
You
You
don't
guys
touch
are
classic.
Hopefully everyone doesn't have Hep C in this one like they did in Rob Zombie's remakes.
Listen, I will bitch about it forever. If they fuck this up, I will
They're going to.
not bitch about
You
it.
know they are. They're gonna.
I'm gonna wait.
There's
because-
no way. There's no chance it's gonna be as good or better. You can't fucking do it. You can't.
So let's break it down. So it is a direct sequel to the original Exorcist, just like Halloween. Halloween. It's a film about a 12-year-old girl who's possessed by a mysterious demonic entity, forcing her mother to seek help from two priests to save her. That's the original movie. This one has a father seeking help for his daughter. Leslie Odoms Jr. is the father. Now we do have returning. Ellen Burstyn has returned.
Yeah. Forget what I said. Then I'm sorry. I thought this was a remake.
No, it is
And they
a
got
direct
Leslie
sequel,
Odom
but it
Jr.
is the first movie of a trilogy.
Oh, then
How
I'm
did
very
they get?
excited.
How did they get little
I'm
Ellen? Are they
excited
going to
now.
get Linda? Is Linda going to show
Now
up?
this is the thing.
I
They
reckon
have
she
not
will.
announced.
She will.
They have not announced Linda Blair to be a part of it yet.
Why would
How
they?
can you make these movies without Reagan?
Well, you got her mom come and confirm.
Yeah.
That's
I think Reagan is going to be the Star Wars Luke Skywalker moment in the second movie. Like she'll turn up at the end of the second movie and then she'll star in the third movie.
yeah.
I
Something
feel like
that.
that's what they'll do.
Well, that's what they're doing with the new screen.
I think they'll do I think they'll do it right. I think it'll be good.
We'll see. It is
I agree.
Blumhouse,
I
Katie.
thought it was a remake. I'm excited then. That sounds awesome.
I'm
It
ready
is
for it.
Blumhouse, so we'll see.
Oh, never mind. Fuck it.
Nearly everything horror coming out lately is Blumhouse. So.
And they just fucked
They're,
it up. Never
they're
mind.
killing it though. They are doing great jobs with what they're doing.
Are they though?
You don't
Are
think so?
Are they though?
I think so.
I think it's good that they are driving horror back into the popular narrative. I do, as
You
I
liked
said,
Malignant,
enjoy.
didn't you?
I do enjoy
Okay, then maybe.
an A24 movie here and
I
there.
appreciate the
I do
sentiment.
enjoy, some other movies that are not necessarily part of that factory. That is
A24 is gold too. I love
Yeah,
A24.
A24 do some
A24
good
is-
stuff. All right, what else you got for me, Katie? What's something that we might not have heard about?
Hey, let's talk about one where the poster genuinely freaks me the fuck out. Smile. I can't even bring this up. I like. Have you seen the poster for this?
No, I haven't even heard about it.
Google it. It freaks me the hell out.
So do a bit of
what is it?
Do a bit of. I'll have a look for it, and you just have a chat about it.
So the plot line is, after witnessing a bizarre traumatic incident involving a patient, Dr. Rose Cotter starts experiencing frightening occurrences that she can't explain.
Yep. Freaks you out?
That's the one. Well, no, like you have to like see the trailer. Like it's just
okay. Oh.
Like Rose must confront her troubling past in order to survive and escape her new horrifying reality. Like I can't turn my camera for you to see this, but she's just got this really creepy smile.
Yeah, she does. I can bring it up.
Yeah, okay,
I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up for you. But
It's Crispy Bacon's daughter.
Crispy Bacon, yeah.
Sosie Bacon, who is Kevin Bacon's daughter. It's she's in this and real freaking freaky.
Yeah,
Kyle Gallner. Kelpan.
Yeah.
Oh God, fuck that. Stop it. Fuck that.
She's about to cut that smile out, isn't she? We can see that.
Probably. Fuck that.
It does look good.
Yep. Kelpan, Sosie Bacon, Kyle Gallner.
Salty Bacon.
That one looks good. The trailer is
very nice.
Anyways, that one looks pretty good. This one is coming out at the end of September.
Nice, not too far away.
Not too far away. Not too far away.
Just before we get on the plane, Steve.
I'm excited.
What about Pearl? Yep, Pearl, beautiful. So Pearl is Ryan. Do you want to explain what Pearl is for people?
So yeah, Ty West's last film, X, obviously was about a group of people trying to shoot a porno and make it in the industry. One of the characters from that movie, it's a prequel movie showing you how she became the character she was in X. So it looks really good. I don't want to give much away about the movies itself, but themselves, but it looks awesome. Ty West is one of my favorite horror directors, new horror directors to come out in the last 20 years.
Judging from the trailer of Pearl, I don't know that you need to have seen X first.
I don't think so. I don't think you did.
I think a lot of people would be kind of put off by X from what I've heard.
No.
About
what do you
mean? Okay, so spoilers.
Sure.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Because some people are uptight. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there.
Yeah. Okay.
There's old people sex in there. Okay, people are uptight. People are just weird about it. Okay. And there's old people sex, but granted, they're not even old people. It's Mia Goth in old makeup. Okay, so like go into that like knowing that it's not old people. So do with that what you will.
I watched the trailer for Pearl and it made me really want to watch both of them. So
yeah, X was good. It was definitely what you expected, but also not what you expected. So
Ty West just does it right. He has such a way with film. He does he sets the atmosphere with when he makes a film like a House of the Devil, Innkeepers, The Sacrament. He just knows the way to set the scene, to set a certain amount of dread when he's just trying to set the mood. And it's
he's got that old school, what you really miss about horror movies now, the slow burn kind of payoff at the end. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of slow burn payoffs, we are getting another prequel that is coming to us via the streaming services. We are getting a very long-awaited prequel to Orphan.
That's coming in, which is so crazy because now she's older and she's still going to look young.
Look, if you look at the trailer, she's
aged a little bit.
Looks the same.
She's aged a bit, but she doesn't.
She still looks
that.
good.
She still looks the same.
Isabel Thurman is about to come for a whole other generation of people
Paramount,
to terrify
right?
them. I think it's Paramount Plus.
I thought this was in theaters too, for some reason.
They might be doing both, but it's definitely getting a streaming.
So I'm going to the theater. It looks fucking great.
I freaking love Isabel Thurman. She's just.
I loved Orphan. That was a hated movie. I fucking loved it.
Well, God, talk about a freaking twist, right? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
anyone who said they saw that coming is a fucking liar.
No, yeah. Especially if
Well,
you had, like, if you saw it in
I
its
saw it
initial run, like, if you saw it in its initial run
No, you didn't.
before you read anything, you're not going to go, tiny Russian woman. Like,
No
just
one-
coming to
no
kill
one
us
It
saw
was
that.
all.
literally right before the reveal, and I was like, wow, she's probably like 30. Like, it was,
Yeah.
but I didn't call it soon enough to ruin the movie. It was like great.
It kind of,
yeah. It
it's
was a
the
great
moment
twist.
that, and again, spoiler, the moment it did it for me was when she started seducing the dad.
The father,
Like,
yeah.
I was like, this is either really fucked up or she's old.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I was like,
But
could
what
be
about, okay, this
interesting.
is getting off, well, it's still on the topic of Orphan. What about that crazy family that they adopted that disabled girl from Ukraine and said, more
Yeah,
or
the
less,
real
tried
life-
to reinvent the plot of this and saying, oh, no, she's old and she's this, and they left her in a house on her own for nearly a whole year.
Like real life?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is real life.
I
This
didn't
happened
hear
in the
about
last
this.
12
The
months.
little girl went on Dr. Phil. It was so sad. They actually got her re-aged because of her bone disability. This crazy mother went and got some doctor to say, yeah, no, she's older than what she is. Like, she's an adult. She wasn't an adult. She was a kid. And they left her in a house. They fucked off to Canada or somewhere.
Gotcha.
Because turns out the son was some kind of autism that was going to make lots of money for them. And so that's where mummy's attention went then, didn't care about the adopted child anymore. And they made up horrible stories about her, that she was like threatening the family and all of this stuff. And when I watched that interview on Dr. Phil, it was actually heartbreaking. That poor girl, what she had to go through because of that.
Was it real though? Because a lot of that Dr. Phil stuff is like scripted.
No, this was real. This has all gone through courts and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another one we had talked about on Uncensored Horror was Run Sweetheart Run. And this is actually based off a true story.
I haven't heard this.
This is actually the writer Shanna Fest. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. She's taking her trauma and hopefully getting some healing out of this. So she tries to run home after a blind date turns violent, and this could happen to anyone. Like, really, how more real life can you get? A date gone bad, right? So this one stars Ella Balinski and Clark Gregg, who I love. I love Clark Gregg. He's usually the comedic relief in movies, but why do I have a feeling he's going to be the bad guy in this movie? Which makes
It's
me
always
sad.
nice. It's always good for a nice turn for a bad guy. I mean,
I
we like that for
know,
us.
but it makes me
We
sad. I love
that for
him.
us.
Love him. But
So there is
not like
another-
that. I do not see Clark Gregg like that. It's Agent Coulson. Come on.
There is another remake
Just
coming our way as well.
in Black Phone, right?
No.
Oh,
How do we
can't help
feel
myself,
about
okay?
how do we feel about another well, it is a reboot of Hellraiser?
That has
Why?
been in production hell for decades. Is that finally
It's
like
coming apparently this
But why?
year, so we shall see.
Why
I'm-
remake
I'm
this
excited.
shit? Why not just make another sequel?
Isn't Hellraiser isn't this supposed to be a woman this time? Isn't that what it is?
Oh wow! So is it one of the Cenobites or actually like Pinhead?
No,
as a woman?
actually a brand new reboot, like a fresh reboot of it with a female Hellraiser.
That's
Jamie,
all right.
her name is
Why?
Jamie Clayton.
Okay. Is she one of the Cenobites or is she going to be like a female Pinhead?
No,
She's
She's
Pinhead.
Pinhead.
She's
Female
Pinhead.
Pinhead.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Her
Yes.
her
That's
big
weird.
her big role was
Sensei.
she was in Hung.
Oh. And
What about-
Sensei as well.
And in what? Oh, Sense8. Okay, I never
Yeah.
saw Sense8. Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I-
Don't be
Listen,
sorry.
I know that was like the thing. And Brandon Flynn, who was in 13 Reasons Why.
It's my
What about
autobiography.
your boyfriend, Katie? You gonna go watch your boyfriend Nicolas Cage in his new horror comedy?
Ooh, what's
Nicolas Cage is starring in Renfield,
Okay, well, you said Nicolas Cage.
which is
so I'm
a
in.
dark comedic horror film where
Okay,
the titular
well-
character. So, for those of us that haven't read Dracula, Renfield is Dracula's
Oh, that's right. I heard
Yep,
about that.
The movie's about Renfield getting a new lease on life when he falls in love with a traffic officer named Rebecca Quincy, played by Aquafina.
Yep, sign me up.
So
And then
The
I
water.
feel like it's going to be,
so
probably
it's got
more of a comedy than a horror. Let's put it that
Water
way.
bottle.
okay. So it's got Nicolas Cage, Nicholas Hoult, Aquafina. Yeah, sign me up. I'm in. I'm in.
Katie's in for that kind of
Katie
stuff.
is in. Like I love those three. I'm totally in.
Can we talk a little bit about TV shows that are coming up?
Sure. What we got? What you got?
Fall of the House of Usher is coming to Netflix.
Ooh, what's
Done by the team that did The Haunting of Bly Manor and The Haunting of Hill House.
that? Ooh,
That's gonna be their fourth because they did the
that's gonna be
And
good.
and what's that? Oh, I always forget what it is. The vamp. Oh, the other one. I nearly let it go.
the priest one where he's
Yes, the priest one.
what was that called?
I can't
Oh
remember
my
now.
god!
Oh, Midnight.
I'll get there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Midnight Mass.
Midnight
Are they
Mass.
doing another
There we
Midnight
go.
Mass?
Yes.
So
yeah.
so this is gonna be the fourth
So this-
season
this
of
is
that.
the fall, yeah.
Oh,
This
cool.
is the Fall of the House of Usher. So it's Edgar Allan Poe short story,
Ooh.
but it's going to
okay.
be a mix of Edgar Allan Poe short stories. So like
Oh, that's gonna be sick.
it will be
Nice.
The Raven and stuff like that. It
Nice.
has some good people in it.
Let's see.
It has
who we got.
Carla Gugino, who's in everything because she's
We love
you know,
her.
married to one of them.
Yeah,
Mary
still, we love
McDonald.
them.
Mary McDonald. So we've seen her as Sidney Prescott's aunt in Scream 4. But the biggest name that's in this TV series, is Mark Hamill. Mr. Mark Hamill is coming to us.
Mhm.
Not
Kate
Another
Skeletor.
interesting
Kate
thing
Siegel,
that
Henry
Netflix is
Thomas.
bringing to us
Uh-huh.
is the Midnight Club. Now, the
Ooh.
Midnight Club is based off a book in the 90s. Think about, when Fear Street and all that kind of stuff was there. And it will be starring Nightmare on Elm Street's own Heather Langenkamp
Oh no
coming
shit!
back to the screen.
Wow.
It's about a group of teenagers that are in therapy, like in session therapy. So they are in there. They tell ghost stories, and those ghost stories start to become real.
Okay.
Mike
Yeah.
Flanagan is one of the creators behind this. I'm in.
Yeah, Mike Flanagan is killing it. And it has been confirmed by the man himself. Funny you should put that down there, Luke. We will be seeing more Fear Street
Yes.
on Netflix
yes!
as well. Now, we did the 3 parts of Fear Street, and I think we liked each part. I think we gave
Oh
a
yeah.
pretty unanimous
Oh yeah. We
thumbs up
loved
to
it.
Fear Street. At the end of the 3rd part, there was definitely a lot of room for more story. So we are revisiting Fear Street, which is awesome. I think Netflix don't know what they're sitting on with that. I think that could be, they're always
Oh.
looking for their next big franchise after Stranger Things goes. I think this could be it
Oh, they got.
if they do it right. They've got
Oh.
like 65 books to pull from.
What was the one that I said they should do specifically?
The first, like the horror, the first horror, the like the
Yes, the
one-
first
yeah, the
horror,
one in the
second
actual
horror.
house.
Yeah. God, that would make such a good one.
But not only do they have all of those books to pull from, they have all of those characters they created in those
Mhm.
movies as well. That
Right.
can get backstories. There is so much room to go for, and they did not do a wrong step with that Fear
Mm-mm.
Street series. Like with that, it was meant to be movies, but with the TV movies. So I'm super excited to see more Fear Street on the horizon as well.
Love it. Love it.
All right, Katie, give us.
Katie just texted me and said she can't wait for Jeepers Creepers Reborn.
Yeah, that's totally what I said. Totally what I said.
That's right. Coughlin.
Oh yes, me. Love
But we
Jeepers
will-
Creepers.
We will be celebrating. Celebrating might be a rough word. We're going to go down the Jeepers Creepers footpath, and Ryan will be joining us for the first show. So if you like Jeepers Creepers or you want to hear our opinion on Jeepers Creepers, make sure you check back on Uncensored Horror. Why don't you give us one more, Katie? What else can we look forward to?
Bodies is coming out pretty soon.
Isn't that out? Didn't that drop this?
Did it just?
Just out, isn't
It's
it?
either coming out or is already out.
I feel like it's just out in the last couple of days, maybe.
Yeah, like that's Pete Davidson's thing, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I swear to God that there was already a movie like very similar to this on Shudder
It
already.
literally came out yesterday. It was the 5th.
Well,
I
there you
haven't
go.
watched it yet. I'm going to. I've
Swear to
heard
God,
great things.
okay, swear to God, Shudder already put out a movie like this. Swear to God, I already watched it, but
Well,
whatever.
the synopsis even sounds like April Fool's Day, so it's not like a new.
Well, listen. I want to believe that this is probably good because
Yeah.
Amanda Steinberg is in this, and I want to believe she wouldn't lower herself to something trashy. I really want to believe that.
You never know though until
Maybe I'll watch it when we're
post-production
done.
what it's going to look like.
Yeah, I know, right? Maybe it's like something to watch tonight. Now, the last thing I think we need to talk about, because there is a movie I want to talk about, but we can't talk
Hocus
about it
Pocus
yet.
2.
No,
Hocus Pocus
because
2.
nothing
Yeah.
is.
We all-
had a little. We had a
we all
little
know.
conversation with our close friend Mr. Todd Farmer about something that he's working on, but we can't talk about it yet because it's not official.
Oh, the
Yeah,
next Friday the 13th.
No, nothing has
No.
been released.
Mm-mm.
Nothing has been released yet. We
we
can't
can't
talk
discuss
about
it yet, but when we
it
we
is a
can,
very,
we will
yeah,
have
yeah.
Mr. Farmer on, and I will
it's a very
hit on him
it's a well-known
inappropriately. Don't
franchise.
worry.
Let's just put it that way.
Oh,
It's a
sure.
well-known franchise that's making a comeback. But we are going to end with one super well-known franchise, one that I didn't pick having this big a comeback. We are less than 12 months away from Scream 6.
March.
Like that blows my mind after waiting for so long that we are back in the mix hardcore.
And who did we
Now,
just get into Scream 6?
Of course, yes, the return of Miss Hayden Panettiere as Kirby Reed. She is back. Now there is a lot of feelings. There is a lot of feelings about no Sidney Prescott.
That's okay,
But-
because who else?
No,
could
there
do
is.
it?
There's
I'm
a
going
lot
to
of
call it right
feelings
now
out
on the show. Everybody mark my words. She will show up at the end, and it's going to be a setup for the next one.
I don't even think
Guys.
she'll show up in this one,
Mm-mm.
Coughlin. I reckon
She
she'll
will.
show up in the next one. I think
No,
she'll show up
guys.
at the end of the next
She's
one.
going to show up in this one. Watch. It's all a big fucking thing to promote
Listen.
the movie.
Guys, I know
Oh,
who the
she's
killer
not
is.
here. Oh, is she there? She's going to be there.
Listen, we got
I know.
we got Samara Weaving, and we got Hayden Panettiere. I'm pretty satisfied with the
Jenna
casting.
Ortega fucking killed it too, though.
And-
looking forward to
I'm
seeing
happy
what
with
she
her
does.
too, but we got Kirby. We got
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
Kirby
I'm
back.
super stoked about Kirby, but I have a feeling they just brought her back to kill her. I'm going to be super.
No.
If they kill
okay.
Kirby, I'm done.
All right,
I'm
I am not reading anything about this movie, but I saw one theory that went like this. Oh, apparently we're getting a flashback scene with Kirby
All right.
Well,
Yeah,
that
I'd be okay with that.
Actually,
about how
it's
she survived. About how she survived.
I'd
Well,
be
we
okay with
all
that.
thought that originally. I haven't met one person.
I
who
never thought
was
she was
dead.
dead. I never
After
thought she
Scream
was
4,
dead.
they were like, "Hey, they never cut to her being dead." We were like, "She probably lived."
She's
and-
alive.
To me, yeah, and I just saw something on TikTok actually that showed that scene after Kirby had been murdered.
stabbed in the stomach.
When Sydney's coming down the stairs, someone opens the door and closes the
Kirby.
door downstairs, but Jill's already upstairs.
Right? Maybe it was her trying.
So everyone's
fuck,
like, "It's
what?
Kirby.
Closing the door.
It has to be Kirby, right?"
I'm going to say this
Guys,
right now.
I do know who the
I'm
killer
going to
is
say
in
this
Scream
right
6.
now. If she has a bigger
Hold on,
role
you
in
can tell
it,
your joke in a second.
if she has a bigger role in this and they kill her off, I'm done with Scream. I'm writing it off. I'm done.
Be
After they
prepared,
killed-
'cause I think she's gonna
after
kill
they-
off.
After they killed Dewey, they broke my heart. But if they kill Kirby, I'm fucking done with them. If they kill Kirby and they don't kill fucking Gail Weathers, I'm done.
All right.
Done.
Yeah, I think
Kill
this
her
will
not to kill
probably
her.
be Gail's send off.
They
She'll
better,
probably die in this one.
they better
I'm the
fucking-
killer in Scream 6.
Aw.
Rubble.
Little
He
bug.
would say
Rubble did
little
it.
then. Now he's speaking
It was
horrible. He
Rubble.
probably is the killer in Scream
Listen,
6.
I
I
love
have-
you, Courtney Cox, but if they let you live for another movie, I'm pissed.
No, see, I'm with Ryan. I think that what is going to happen is that we're not going to get a clean ending for this one. We're going to get a
No.
cliffhanger.
No.
We're going to get a cliffhanger. I think that Gail might get killed at the very end, and the last phone call will be Ghostface to Sydney.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. She's
That,
gonna
that,
pop.
that would be fine with me. Just Gail better be done.
got-
We're
with
not gonna
You've
have
got
a fucking Scream movie without Sydney in it, even if it's for
What you've got to do though, is I get why they're doing it, and I think it's good that she isn't the star of this movie because they
Oh,
are
yeah.
trying to give it some
Just like they
legs,
did with
some
Halloween
longevity.
Kills. It's the same
And-
formula. Jamie Lee
but
took the back seat to prep
They're
for
giving
the ending.
these kids look like they can carry like a little bit of it, a little
They
bit of the
can.
weight. I wouldn't be.
Samara Weaving.
They can.
She's it.
I
right
wouldn't
now.
be surprised if there is some like this body count is a lot higher, because let's remember
has
that
to be.
Scream
It's the rules.
Scream 5 was filmed in pandemic, so
That's
everyone's
true.
like, oh, there's not a lot going. You've got to think this was filmed while everyone was in lockdown. This was happening, so they did an amazing job to get it done.
Yeah.
But I think, especially taking it out of Woodsboro and smacking them in New York, like
I'm glad they went with the fresh take on it though.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be Gail's redemption story. Like Gail needs a Dewey revenge. Do you know what I mean? Gail needs redemption.
Oh yeah. Gail's gonna die for Dewey. She better fucking die for Dewey.
Yeah.
But that makes
I'm
me
just
question.
excited it finally happened because I met Dave
Gail being shot in the gut,
when I lived
so-
in LA, and we talked. Like that was the first thing I asked him because I was like, "Is Scream 5 happening?" And it was probably like 2012, 13. He goes, "No, I think they're going to do a show. They're going to make it a show for a little bit, and then we might circle back to it." So I'm glad they finally did, even though Wes Craven died.
They are, yeah. Look, it is a monster, that movie, and the hype is already there for this new one. So hopefully they can get it right, like they did with Scream 2, and really drive it home and make this second trilogy. I'm gonna call it. I think it's gonna be another trilogy.
It is.
Like
They already
it has
said
to be.
that.
Yeah,
It is
but
a trilogy.
they were saying, "Oh, we're not going to look just at trilogies. We're going to look at the longevity of the franchise." But for this story of the new girls,
Yeah.
I think it's got to be.
They backtracked a little bit, but the original intent was, "Hey, we're doing 3 new movies."
Yeah, we will have to see, if the big fan theory comes true.
For what?
If Stu's alive, that's the
No,
biggest
they
rumor
can't
going
fucking do
around.
that. That was the original plot of 3.
Yep,
Where he
that's
was
the
running
biggest
it all
rumor
from the
going
jail
around.
cell.
And the
No,
thing that's making me think it might happen
he's dead.
is
He's
the
dead,
fact
man.
that they mentioned him by name 3 times in the Scream reboot.
I know.
It's like
I'm
like
like,
Candyman.
they're
man.
laying
It's
groundwork.
gonna be
He's
real
coming back to life.
stupid. It's gonna be
I
real
don't know.
stupid if they do that.
No,
Though.
I think it'd be fucking brilliant, honestly.
If it was,
How would she not know? How would think about Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 4? How would there be no mention? Like, oh yeah, Stu's alive. Like it'd be so
Yeah.
dumb. It would be
They
so
were in
crazy.
Stu's house, man.
I
Come
know.
on.
Ned Campbell would have known. Like, oh, Stu's still out there. Like that would be stupid.
we'll see. I mean, isn't this Let's flash back to our when we talked Haunt with Todd. Didn't he say that was a loose idea for Scream? Look, that because the idea that there's a cult of people following Stu.
That was Scream 3.
Was,
No,
was
Scream
That was the
Scream
original plot.
No,
And that
it was
has been
the
floating-
original plot for Scream 3 was that he was alive.
Yeah, running
So
his
we'll
band to kill
Yeah,
Sydney
from
from
prison,
the prison
yeah.
cell. Yeah, that was the original
Yeah.
plot of Scream 3.
Mhm.
And which happens to be Todd Farmer's movie Haunt. Spoiler
Right.
alert. So
Is it Haunt?
look, there's a lot of stuff that we
It's
haven't
Shrek.
talked about that's coming out. But
Shrek,
if
not
there's
Haunt,
stuff that you think
but
we
yeah.
should watch or that we should talk about, please comment. Tell us what you would like us to talk about. We do have Jeepers Creepers coming up. We do have Halloween coming up. But there's always room for more horror. So make sure that you let us know anything that you watch that you would like us to watch that we can all talk about together.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
comments coming in already. They want us to do the Wicker Man with Nicolas Cage.
I'm in.
Crazy.
Oh.
Crazy.
There's plenty of room for lots of horror. That's the good thing about it. But until next time, folks, we will see you. You get to keep it creepy. Lots of love.
Oh wait, there's
Thank you for
Steve. I want
joining
to
us.
play one
Love,
clip
man.
before we do. I want to play one clip before we go.
Oh,
to
no.
the credits.
Let's do something girly. Why don't I grab some nail polish and we can paint each other's clitorises?
Strangers with Candy.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, that is awesome. I didn't think
Bye.
anybody else knew about that show.
We're
Bye,
going.
guys.
My favorite show.
Bye.
What?